Modern schools invest heavily in physical security. We see locked doors, reinforced glass, and security cameras sweeping the hallways, all designed to keep danger out. This hardware creates a comforting sense of safety. But cameras and heavy locks have a blind spot. They are completely blind to the silent, invisible threats that travel through a school's digital network. To track those digital threats, a school requires a different kind of security apparatus entirely. It relies on a human network of observation. A learning community's most reliable defense system is the collective awareness and vigilance of its people. Today, warning signs almost always emerge on a screen before they ever materialize in a hallway. These signals appear as an unusually cruel message directed at a classmate, or a sudden spike in participation around dangerous viral challenges. The signs are highly subtle. A student in distress might post a cryptic plea for help online, masking their actual problem behind vague language. If we dismiss these digital breadcrumbs as harmless internet noise, we miss the critical first link in a chain that leads directly to real-world harm. When someone spots one of these digital threats, a dangerous psychological hesitation often takes over. We call this the silence barrier. This hesitation is driven by heavy social friction. Students fear being blamed, facing deep embarrassment, or getting labeled a snitch. Watch how threat severity behaves over time. Left in the unreported zone, a vacuum of silence allows minor harm to fester, curving exponentially upward. Breaking this escalation curve requires deliberate action. An intervention interrupts the timeline, and the threat immediately plummets. To make those interventions happen, we have to rethink the idea of being a snitch. Speaking up about a classmate in trouble is not a betrayal of their trust. Reporting an incident is the highest form of responsibility, courage, and true compassion a student can show for their peers. Acting on a digital threat requires discipline. Good intentions without a clear protocol can actually make a volatile situation worse. First, you have to resist dangerous immediate instincts, like forwarding screenshots to other students or fueling the rumor mill in a group chat. You also have to avoid aggressively confronting an online aggressor yourself, which carries significant physical and social risks for everyone. Instead, the correct initial action is to privately capture and save the digital evidence without engaging. This simple flowchart outlines the correct next steps. Once you capture the evidence, you hand it off to a trusted adult, and then utilize the school's official, secure reporting channels. Those steps consolidate into a core operational mantra for safe reporting: pause, protect, report. A student's initial courage means very little if the institution fails to support them after the report is made. Teachers and school leaders operate under an uncompromising mandate. They must listen to the report without judgment and initiate a rapid response. The adults involved are obligated to fiercely protect the reporting student's confidentiality while properly documenting the issue. Parents lay the groundwork for this entire process by ensuring kids know at home that asking for help is never the wrong choice. Looking at this diagram, we see how a true safety culture functions. The student sits at the center, backed by a layer of parent support, and enclosed entirely by a solid institutional response. All three layers operate as an integrated ecosystem. A speak-up culture operates as a living, shared behavioral standard. It requires continuous action, rather than a list of rules printed on a hallway poster. It relies on a single baseline rule, understood by everyone. Small concerns must never be ignored. Catching these concerns early yields immediate, localized benefits. It stops a cyberbully in their tracks and protects a specific classmate's emotional well-being. But this localized collective vigilance builds outward, eventually protecting the physical and psychological safety of the entire community. Adopting the courage to speak up transcends school policy. It has the power to save a friendship, protect a community, and ultimately save a life.